Today I'm installing the VIOFO A229 Ultra Dashcam in my Porsche Cayman, so you bad drivers better watch out! Alright, so let's go over some of the top features of the A229 Ultra Dashcam. The first is that you're going to get 3 or 2 channel versions. 2 channels at minimum is what I'm going to recommend in any dashcam setup because you're going to want to record the entire incident from back to front or in situations where you have someone tailgating you. For the A229 Ultra, you're going to get 4K for the front and the rear cameras, and the interior camera, if you get the 3-channel version, will be in 1080p. It also comes with the top-of-the-line Starvis 2 sensor, which is going to be the best sensor you can get for a dashcam at the moment. And it also has HDR capabilities, which improve video quality in situations like bright sun glare or at night for readable license plates. 5 GHz Wi-Fi allow for quick downloads off of the camera. And if you have their hardwire kit, you are going to get access to their parking modes, which is going to include a time-lapse mode at various frames per second, a low-bit constant recording mode, and a motion detection mode. All right, so I'm thinking about mounting the camera to the right of the rear view mirror here. Just gonna try to see this and line it up, looking through my app here to try to see the best fitment. That should give enough room for the wires and everything to run and hopefully be out of my view, but it looks good here. So I'm gonna go sit on the driver's side and see if I can see it from there. I think that'll be good. I could see the unit from here, but it's not super like in the way or anything like that. It's not super distracting. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do to mount our dash cam to our windshield is we're gonna put on this electrostatic film that basically protects the windshield from the double-sided tape. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, we got our camera mounted to our windshield. And that is how we are looking in terms of the camera view. Let's route the wires now. Okay, so we are here at the footwell of the passenger seat, and this is the fuse box that you're gonna find there. So we removed some trim, peeled back some carpet. I'm gonna show you the fuses that I used. Double check to make sure that these are the right fuses. Again, it's not recommended to try to tap into things like airbags and stuff that are kind of important, and just use things that aren't important if something were to go wrong. So on my car, I think this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna use one of these 5 amp or 2 of these 5 amp fuses here because we need one for the accessory. So that'll have to be a fuse that is on only when the key and the ignition is on. And then we're gonna need a constant 12 as well. So here is now my current setup. As for where we're gonna hook up our ground wire, I don't know if you can see that there. I've already kind of loosened that nut, but basically there is your factory ground point, so it's right next to the fuse box. So before we move on, I wanna show you on the passenger side, as best as I can, kind of a rough couple tips on how to get the trim out. Okay, so we just ran our wires through the headliner, just kind of pry it a little bit like, of a gap and then just kind of shove the wires in. So that's how we got up to here. Here you get a pry tool, just kind of put it right here and then get a good grip and then just pull it off straight down. Give it a nice pull and it should come right off. Then we just tucked everything, ran it through here. Now to get all this trim off, basically we're gonna pop this thing out here. So trim tool right here, pops out again. This right here actually slides into the A-pillar. So once you get this trim piece off, which is the fuse box trim, this trim right here on the side sill, basically get a pry tool and just give it a firm pop around here, in the middle, and then right here as well. So just give it a firm pop, it'll pop right off. For the fuse box trim, watch out once you kind of pop it out a little bit. On the sides right here, there are 2 sort of like slide-in tabs. So once you pull that off and everything is loose and you're just wondering why the hell can I get it off over here, just know that it does kind of slide off. So watch out, but there's a lot of give, so you should be able to see it. This trim piece right here that connects also to the fuse box, this slides into the A-pillar. So there's like a thing right here that slides into it. And then there's a tab right here that this pops into. So just watch out. If you're wondering why can't I also pull this off, just know that this weird piece right here, it slides down. Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about how I mounted the rear dash cam. Okay, so the cleanest way to do this is to run the wires through this grommet here, and then you have to take off this rear hatch trim, and then you basically would be able to poke out the cable through here. Honestly, trying to get anything through this is a freaking pain in the ass, and then you got to deal with this rear hatch trim as well. So I wasn't going to be doing that, so I gave that idea up. Other alternatives you can do is you can mount the camera here. Higher is always going to be better because of the shape of this hatch. So you could do it here and you could actually see pretty okay out here, but I decided against that. And the route that I ended up going with was basically to have sort of this crossover point here. I was able to tuck the wire underneath the weather stripping, and it runs all the way down, and then I tucked the rest of the cabling behind here. It is helpful to take that trim off and to take this trim off as well, and then you pop the headliner a little bit down here. Not too bad, but yeah, so it basically runs out the weather stripping here, have a couple of cable clips here to hold the wire in, and we mounted the camera to this plastic trim piece. Got the CPL filter on as well, so we should be able to cut down on some glare from the glass. All right, so here we are in the driver's seat. This is the interior camera. I personally am not gonna run an interior camera. VIOFO sent me the 3-channel version, so it has the interior camera. So just for the sake of this review, I will have it installed just so I can kind of show you guys the quality and everything like that. That's why you see some painter's tape here, because it is a temporary fix. We got our main camera right there. Here is my view from the driver's seat. Can't really see it, so that's good. The main camera is hidden pretty decently. And yeah, there's our rear view mirror. As you can see, there is a bit of the camera peaking right there, but it's pretty minimal. It doesn't take up too much of the rear view real estate, so pretty happy with that. Here's the setup with the trunk closed. You can see our cable clips keep our cabling nice and tidy. It doesn't get in the way or anything like that. If you looked at our rear view mirror, you could see that it really doesn't take up much space, so it's pretty much out of the way. And I think that's the best we're going to get, and I'm actually pretty happy with the mounting. And it was a hell of a lot easier than try to struggle and getting it through that rubber grommet. If that's the way you want to do it, and I've seen people do it, good luck, more power to you. But I'm pretty happy with this because yeah, no one's really going to notice this slightly messier setup, or is anyone going to care? Again, pretty happy with how it turned out for much less work. scrolling through the menus on the camera are responsive. And when you connect to the camera's Wi-Fi, you can access the app where you can do things like have a live view of the camera feed, adjust settings, and download videos straight off the camera. Here is a real-time download of a 200 megabyte file. Now, the 4 reasons why I chose the VIOFO A229 Ultra Dashcam for my Porsche Cayman setup is 1, VIOFO is a trusted brand. Not only do I run a A329 on my daily driver, you could just go on Amazon, check out all the positive reviews of all of their dashcams. 2, size is super important, especially in the Cayman, so I needed something that was very low profile that I would not notice and would not be distracting when I was driving. 3, I needed at least 2 channels. The A229 comes in a 3-channel and a 2-channel flavor, which allows you to get multiple angles in the event of an incident, which is going to be absolutely crucial. And 4, probably the most important thing, is video quality. Daytime and nighttime footage need to be clear, and most importantly, license plates need to be readable. So yeah, if you're looking for a really reliable and good quality dash cam, I don't think you could look any further than something from VIOFO. Personally, again, I run the 329 and now the 229, so please check it out. Thanks for watching.